Hi, welcome to a series of videos on the creation of the Cape Town Luxury Villas website, which is in part due diligence for the value we have put to it. Before we look at the spreadsheet and start looking at the hours put into various sections, it should be known that this website was built in 2013, finished in 2014, took just over a year. But before we started with Cape Town Luxury Villas, we started with this. This is capevillas.com. We created this in 2002 and it had 13 years of development, 11 years of development, and then we completely copied it, duplicated it down to every single item, and then we recreated it, rewrote all the code and created Cape Town Luxury Villas. So it had a huge amount of research and development into what works before we made this website, and that's what's made the difference. Indeed, in January, Cape Town Luxury Villas made more money than Cape Villas, simply because it had a better website. Exactly the same team running it. In 2015, it made a very similar amount with a different team running it. So for all the branding and 11 years Cape Villas has, just because Cape Town Luxury Villas had a better website, it made as much money. Okay, let's get into the detail. We're starting with a figure of 900 rands per hour. That's the figure we were quoted 2 years ago by a company recommended by my booking pal, who create the database that most people use in Cape Town. Here it is. That's the time we actually spent on them. This was for a senior developer, senior PHP programmer. However, we use a senior Zend certified programmer. Zend is a framework, and if you're very clever, like our programmer, you can use it and get a qualification, so you become certified. So we certainly are using the best in the business in terms of programmers, and we had the assistant of a junior programmer as well. We haven't even put that junior programmer's hours into this. Okay, so 900 rands per hour, 6,300 rands per day, just about $400. And we're looking at this in six different sections. We're looking at the front end, which is the logo, the header, the home page, the galleries, the villa pages, and various other sections. And you can see here we've got 2 days. So we're saying the header, the logo, and the footer took 2 days to do. We're saying the home page and the search pages took 3 days to do. In actuality, it took us longer in most events, but we've put this as a due diligence exercise, as in how much would it cost to go to a web development company, i.e. if we said this actually took us 10, a web development company might turn around and say that only takes 3 days or 4 days. So we're estimating based on due diligence, not actuality. Okay, so there's the front end. We'll have a video about that. There is the CMS. This is the systems that the villa agency uses to upload villas onto the website and check availability and various other systems. Where we have a section on the web technology, and this is stuff that you don't normally get in a standard website that we created to make it better. Including an API connection to Razor, so all the prices are correct and all the villas. Favorite system, well, that's pretty standard, but ours is a bit snazzier. SEO headers and attributes and villa points is something I've never seen any other website do, and we'll talk about that later in the section. There are other items, and this is the most expensive section. This took 97 days or 679 hours. And this includes bug stabilization, experiments, system architecture, web design, and graphic design, project oversight, client liaison, info pages, and the expandable framework. New in 2015 is elements, new in 2016 are elements that we are currently adding to the site that weren't there in 2015. This includes a blog site, blogs, social networks, auto posting to those social networks from the blogs, a really snazzy footer, an improved homepage, and some more about us pages. If we can see in the total, it adds up to 238 days. actually took us 656 if you include my days as one day and the senior certified programmers days as another day, and we haven't even included the time on from the junior programmer. This adds up to $94,000, just under 1.5 million rand. So that's what we're saying it would cost to redo this website if you started from the principle you had Cape Villas and you were experienced in the industry. Okay, also as a part of the valuation of Cape Town luxury villas are some other elements. One, as previously mentioned, using Cape Villas as a starting point, and we've put a low estimate of that's worth 100,000 rands, high estimate of 200,000 rands. It's whilst we completely rewrote the code, because we'd done it before, we knew which bits we liked, which bits we needed to work on, and that really helped. I think, you know, having 12 years experience of making a website, then turning that website into a better website really does make a difference. There's the property database. For a local company that already has a lot of properties, this is still worth something because it is the biggest database there is of all companies. Various leading companies, I'm not going to mention them by name, come to Cape Town Luxury Villas when they've run out of villas and ask for villas from the database. It has the entire Cape Villas database, it has the entire Razor database, and it has another 150 properties added recently. So we say for a local company, 250,000 rands is a fair figure. For an international company or a company that wasn't already doing villas, like a travel company in Cape Town, any of those type of companies, this database is worth an awful lot. I've spoken to a chap from, I'm not going to mention names again, about this website. He's from Bali, and they were very, very interested. And the main reason they were very interested is because of the extent of the database of villas. So for them, it's definitely worth R1 million. Okay, there's the AdWords campaign. The AdWords campaign is incredibly special. Not to big up myself, but this is one of the things I do so well. And we tend to duplicate this in different countries all over the world and create a global network. There are various tricks to Google AdWords. If you use a Google AdWords specialist company, they're going to take you down the wrong direction. I can tell you that. I know what they do, and it's wrong. It really is. It might be right in certain industries, but it's totally wrong for the video industry. I've had people from Google AdWords themselves speak to me about how better to do a Google AdWords campaign, and at the end of the conversation, particularly with the last girl, she said, look, thank you very much, you've taught me a lot, I'm going to help my clients. And at that point I said, I'm never talking to a Google AdWords specialist again from Google, because I know more than they do when it comes specifically to villas in a certain location. You know, if it comes to jewelry or furniture, I don't know, I've got no experience there, but I have got experience in villas. And one can look at a company such as capetownvillas.co.uk and ask them of the pain my Google AdWords campaigns cause them. They have been noted to say that I must spend an absolute fortune on Google AdWords. We do not spend a fortune. Last year it was only 15% of our income. So this Google AdWords campaign is great. It's better than the Cape Villas one. Plus it's matured. After 1.5 years, all of the ads rose from a quality score of 7 or 8 to 9 to 10. So now, even if I was to completely duplicate this campaign on a even better website, it would still not beat the Cape Town Luxury Villas, because the quality score, it takes about 1.5 years to get to that level. Okay, it's quite a lot about the AdWords, but it really is the fuel that powers the bookings, which creates the money that that Cape Town Villas Luxury Villas makes. Brand awareness. There are a number of companies in Cape Town who are asking Cape Town Luxury Villas for large bookings. You know, I saw 2 million rand inquiry the other day. You know, that would be, you know, 300,000 rands worth of booking in commission. So, you know, the brand awareness locally is good. Internationally, no. There's no real brand awareness, not like Cape Villas. Organic ranking, it has an okay organic ranking. We'll look at this later. Data inputting, there's quite a bit of data inputting, and we're starting to do some new SEO measures. We haven't touched it since 2014, but now we're implementing a few things, and depending on how well that goes, the ranking will increase, inquiries will increase, and so we think between 50,000 if we don't do a great job, but if we can get it on the first page for the main keyword Cape Town Villas, then that 250,000 rand figure is fair enough. When calculating these, I've ignored the high estimate. I've just used the low estimate. So we take the low estimate of just over 1 million rands. We add that to how much the website costs to develop, and we come to 2.6 million rands or $166,000. In the videos coming up, we'll be looking at the detail of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sections. Thank you very much.